Forget everything you know about SEO because the world has changed. For the first time in 15 years, Google's market share has declined below 90%, which means that companies that are still using the old SEO methods are now officially on a sinking ship. I don't want this to be you, so in today's video, I'm going to show you the new SEO playbook, step by step. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to set up the new SEO on your business in the fastest and most concise way possible. And it all starts with step number one. You need to optimize for artificial intelligence. AI search is on the rise, with people turning to platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity. They're even using Meta AI, which is baked into the apps. Even Google now has AI summary every time you do a search. Not only this, people are using in-home assistants or they're using voice assistants to find things that they need. Less and less people are going to Google. And when you go into Google now, it actually feels a little bit outdated and old. It's almost like what newspapers felt like when Google started. So what we need to do is we need to structure our business in such a way that the AI consumes the information about our business and serves it out to people across these platforms. And in order to do this, you need to consider three things: context, authority, and credibility. Context is ensuring that when AI scans your site or all your business information, it knows exactly what you do and it isn't confused. And it does this by not only looking at the page content, but it looks at the contextual content around it, like what pages are linking to it, what other media is on the page, such as videos, photos, text links, what other pages are on your site. Are they all similar to the topic that you're trying to be searched for? Let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to be found for the strongest coffee drink. What you might do is you might have a page with your product on it and it has a description about being the strongest coffee drink. But what we then need to do is we need to have a video about being the strongest coffee drink. We need to have some images about being the strongest coffee drink. And we also need to have pages surrounding that page that are all about strong coffee or coffee in general. Because that now says that when someone looks at this store, they know the store is about coffee and it's the context that matters. Now, if we had other pages in the store that might have been about tea, water, soft drink, it then dilutes the message of that initial context. That moves us on to authority. You see, AI is really smart. So what it does is when it scans for context, it says, okay, I know what it's about, but how do I know that you're the right person to give me this information? And you need to create authority. So what it does is it looks at who's creating the content and are they an authoritative source in that industry? So in order to tell the AI that we are an authoritative source, we need to create some sort of bio that talks about what our expertise are, what qualifications we have, any certificates or anything like that. We do that really simply by creating a little bio under a blog page. We might then link that blog to the product that you're trying to rank for or the service that you're trying to rank for. That means that when AI scans the page, the context is right and there's an authoritative source at the bottom that is creating that content. Then the final thing is all about credibility. It's all well and good to say you're an authority in the source, but they now need external people to give you credit and say, hey, these people are really, really good. So in order to do that, we're going to move on to the next step, which is step number 2, and that's creating more digital properties. If everyone is leaving Google, where are they going? Well, stats are showing that a lot of people are moving to more specific platforms. Let's just say you want a quick information about how to do something or how to find something or get a review on something. You might go into TikTok or other short form content. In fact, recent stats show that more than 45% of Gen Z and millennials search on TikTok first before anywhere else. Not only that, YouTube is ranked as the second biggest search engine in the world with over 2.7 billion monthly active users. And even Amazon has passed Google when it comes to searching for products. So now that we know that people use search engines for specific outcomes, we can start to create properties so we're found when those outcomes are needed. To take advantage of this, you need to create profiles on the following platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram for short form content. We're going to use YouTube for long form and short form content. We'll also create a profile on Amazon to get our products discovered. We'll look at places like Pinterest, Wikipedia, Medium to get our written content discovered. And then the final thing is we want to make sure our voice gets discovered. So we're going to use places like podcasts and things like that. So once you've set all that up, that's going to move us on to step number 3. We need to optimize all these platforms and all the media. So in the past, we've only just optimized our website for SEO. Now we need to think about optimizing everywhere. You see, the old SEO method was all about optimizing for text and readability. However, technology has gotten so good, it can analyze images, it can analyze videos, it can transcribe audio. So it means when we're searching, that it's searching across all these different media types. So we now need to optimize for that. For example, when you create your videos, we want to make sure that we say the words that we want to be found for when they're searched. So we say them out loud. What that means is that when they're transcribed, they're going to be searchable within all the search engines. The second thing we want to do is we want to do text overlays, and we want to make sure that the captions that are underneath the video also have the keywords that we're searching for. For example, when you're creating video content, we want to make sure that we use the words within the video that we want to be found for. We also want to make sure that we put the words we want to be found for in the captions and in the descriptions. That means that any way that someone searches for your terms or keywords or things like that, all those things are going to count towards you ranking up in whatever platform it is that they're searching. This does sound like a lot of work, but there are tools out there that help you. One of the ones that we're using regularly is Go High Level. We can schedule all our content and blast it out to all the platforms with all the SEO data in there. And if we're posting into, say, Instagram or TikTok, we use a tool like Repurpose. We post it once and it spits it out to all those platforms. So you don't need to be doing this manually. You can do it automated. There's heaps of tools out there that are going to help you. And then this leads us to the final but the most crucial step, which is step number 4. Leverage other people's platforms and profiles. The new SEO is not just about being found anymore. It's about being recognized. You see, if someone searches for you and finds you in Google, and then they see you on TikTok, and they hear you on a podcast, and they watch your YouTube video, and they read your blog on another platform, you instantly become recognized, and your credibility, your authority, and your expertise all increase. So your job now is not just to optimize your website and create the additional profiles and start putting out content, but it's also leveraging other people's authority. One of the quickest ways that you could do this is get on other people's podcasts. They're always looking for new guests, so try and find people within your niche and go on their podcasts and talk about your business. You can get on 5 to 10 podcasts a month, and that means that you're now on 5 to 10 more platforms that you can optimize for. Now, in those podcasts, make sure you use the terms that you want to be found for when you're talking. Now, that person is also going to be doing what you're doing. They're not just going to upload it to one podcast platform. They're going to upload it to 3 to 4 podcasts. They might upload it as a YouTube video. They might write a blog about it. They might put it on your store. So that one podcast can get you reached to 5 to 8 more platforms, plus all the platforms that you're doing, plus all the media that you're optimizing. So gone are the days of just optimizing your website. We're going to optimize for everything. Neil Patel, who is clearly the godfather of SEO, has coined this search everywhere optimization. And it's a really important way to think about it. We're not just optimizing for one thing. We're optimizing the entire internet to recommend us when someone searches for what it is that we offer. And if you want to learn more, I recommend you check out this video here.